Okay, so now we're going to be doing transitions, and this is simulating pulling two floors together that we cannot have connected. Sometimes this can be a tile, a vinyl, or another different color laminate floor or wood floor. So what we do is we offer a T-mold which will pull the two floors together. You're going to leave expansion between the two floors. You're going to cut your piece to fit. Usually this will represent a doorway where you're going to need a T-mold going into a bathroom or a laundry room. So for our T-molds, what we like to do is cut the piece to size, making sure I do a dry fit, making sure it fits in real nice, and now I need to secure it. So for securing, I always like to use PL construction adhesive, putting a fine bead of PL construction adhesive on the substrate itself, not getting the glue to mush over into your laminate floor, which then will secure the laminate floor down. So you just want a real fine bead of PL. Then we go ahead and set our transition into the PL, making sure you're nice and tight. Then we will go along and put a couple tacks in your transition, holding it in place until the glue sets up. And that's how you do a T-mold. Then you can come along and you can fill in your nail holes with matching putty, and that's how you pull two floors together. So now we're going to be doing a stair nose. And when you're coming up the steps to your kitchen area where your top step is, you have your laminate floor, but you have this raw edge of the substrate. So you want to be able to cover that. So what I do, we like to take a ripper of our actual floor, take it over on your table saw and cut a ripper that's going to finish off that edge. So when you come up, you don't see that raw edge, you see the nice finish edge of the steps. So what we do is put a little PL on that piece, and we're going to glue it onto the edge and just put a couple pins holding it in place. Then we cut our stair nose to fit. Our stair nose is going to lock over the top and go over the top of our laminate floor. So a lot of times you need to measure out what you need because you want the laminate floor to end up underneath about halfway through of the overhang. This will be going over the top of the laminate. So we'll take our stair nose and lock it on. We'll then take some PL, lock on our stair nose, and pin that in place. That way you have a nice finished product all the way around on a stair nose. A step, if you're doing your steps all the way down, this is a great way to do that, but it takes a little bit of planning on where to end the top floor for your stair nose to lip over the top. Okay. Next we're going to be doing a reducer. A reducer is a beveled piece of trim that can, when the laminate floor is up above another floor, this will reduce us down. So if this was a vinyl or another laminate or a hardwood or tile down below us, we can take and reduce the floor so you're not creating such a tripping hazard. Again, I like to pull the transition tight to the floor, about a 3/16 mark, and you can slide the transition out to that mark, and that's where it's going to be secured. Again, you'll take and put PL construction adhesive down. Then you will be setting your transition into the PL on your mark and pinning it where you need to. Sometimes you do get PL that will ooze out the side. Just take some mineral spirits and clean up the PL construction adhesive. This laminate flooring, it has an aluminum oxide finish on it, so you're not going to hurt it with mineral spirits or any other kind of cleaners. Okay, now we're going to be doing a square nose. Square noses are used usually when there's carpet being tucked to a laminate. Our square nose, again, will have room for the laminate to move and the carpet to tuck to. So what I do is I take my square nose, again cutting it between a doorway, sometimes in a living room to a kitchen. You'll have a 14-foot run. When I do have longer runs, I always like to do a 22-degree angle miter when you're bringing two pieces together. What I first want to do is mark where my transition is going to go. So I will set my transition down, pull it tight to the laminate, and I will run my pencil along the side, giving me a good 3/16 gap. So now I've got a mark. Now I can slide the transition out to my mark, and I know that I have plenty of room for the floor to move underneath the transition. Then we will do the same thing with putting PL down, construction adhesive down where it's going. Then we will set the transition into the PL along the pencil mark that I made. Then we will go along and pin the floor, pin the transition down in place. Again, filling the holes with putty, and that should be about it for a square nose. Then the carpet can come in and receive next to the transition, and you have a great finished product there.